welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. Back here where we need ya. Yeah, the T's in my life, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back. Give a stretch. Okay. All right. Awesome. So, welcome to untilit.works, a thing I made mostly for myself to be able to work on projects that I've been meaning to work on. Like, I just spent the whole break in between the cipher that happened earlier, and a cipher is a 3-hour block of time. So, between the two ciphers, there's like a 2.5 hour break, whatever, right? And I spent that whole time trying to get this project to work. Real quick, in summary, I'm creating this application in Astro, and I want to be able to create projects that other people can then use and deploy to wherever they want. Previously, it was only being deployed to like Netlify, but I was thinking, they have this new thing, Astro endpoints, that I could probably use and be able to leverage, making these endpoints callable from anywhere that somebody deploys it to. So it doesn't have to be just Netlify, but like be Cloudflare or Dino or whatever. So that was what I've been working on. And I was having the hardest time because, for example, Cloudflare, it pulls its environment variables differently than like normal or whatever from like a process.env. So there's like a context thing that's passed in, and then there's like a locals runtime. I was reading so many like GitHub issue reports, documentation, like stuff that was like it used to work, but then it changed. So I'm looking at the documentation going back and forth. But I think I finally got it to where it'll work on Cloudflare. Basically, I need to be able to determine where someone has this application deployed, and then based on that, get the environment variables so that these API endpoints will work and the application will run properly. So yeah, that's what I've come to the conclusion of, because I thought the adapters would initially do all that for me, but it doesn't look like it handles the environment variables stuff. It does other things, but it doesn't look like it handles the environment variables, like transition, you know what I'm saying, into that, whatever that platform is. So I have to do it myself, and I'm figuring that out. That's what I'm hoping to have done today and get some stuff deployed and make sure it works. So yes. So this is literally what I created untilit.works, so that I have time to work on these things, because I'm the type of person, if I don't make time, I'll never find time. So by doing untilit.works, it puts some time in like my schedule to be like, all right, I'm dedicating this to work on this. If I never get a chance to work on it during the week, at least I know I put in some time during this time slot. So, like I said, untilit.works consists of ciphers, and a cipher is a 3-hour block of time. Within each cipher, there are sessions. There's a work session and a break session. Work sessions are what we just did, like 45 minutes, heads down, working on what you're working on, try to make some progress. Break sessions are these, where I'll pop up here to remind you to take a break. Don't think about the thing you've just been focusing on. Let your mind relax. You can get up, walk around, drink some water, do what you got to do, or sit here and watch me talk about something I found interesting on the internet. So, like I said, I'll pop up here with the video to kind of take over everything and be like, hey, take a break. If you ever come to the site and we're in the middle of a break session, the video may look like it's frozen. And that's because browsers don't allow for autoplay video with audio. And that's why the notice there is saying you may need to click play to start the stream. If you click that button next to it, it says open closed caption. I'm using the speech recognition API that's built into Chrome browsers to turn my speech into text. So if you click open closed caption, a space will open up, and the words I am saying will hopefully be transcribed accurately and placed in that space. There's 2 buttons. Don't worry about them. They're broken. Then there's a countdown timer. Countdown when the next work session will start. And then you can join the room if you like to ask questions, chat, do what you got to do there. All right. Join the room is where you do that. Cool. So now let's talk about the work session, which will look something like this. Let me share this screen. All right, so work session. If you notice in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see subscribe. That has a list of all the upcoming ciphers you can subscribe to get notified when we go live. Over on the left-hand side, there's an audio player. It may not or may not be working depending on if Bandcamp reversed the thing they did that broke my implementation of their player. But you can try it out. Over here towards the center, we have a to-do section where it says add a task. You type in your task, hit enter or the plus button. It'll then add it to the list of messages. You can edit the task by clicking the text. If you want to delete it, click the X button. If you want to mark it done, click the checkbox and now send it to done, to where if you click the header done, it'll show you all the things you got completed. If you click the Twitter icon, it will open Twitter in a new tab and it'll pre-populate a tweet with all the things that you got completed with nice check marks next to them. For me, it's like, oh, got some stuff done, feeling good going into the week. Over in the right-hand column, we have a countdown timer, counting when the next break session happens. Again, that's like 15 minutes after the hour. View tutorials. So if you're brand new to like coding and you've heard that web development is pretty cool, but you don't know where to start, I have links to Free Code Camp and the Odin Project. And from what I've seen from the curriculum and what people have told me that have gone through them, I think if you complete those programs, at the end of them, you'll have a good understanding of what it takes to do web development. And then from there, you can make an educated decision on whether or not you want to spend more time and or money in pursuing it as like a career or a hobby or whatever. I also have links. So if you're already into web development and you're looking for like maybe a quick project that you can complete and maybe add on top of to kind of get the creative juices going, I have links, 3 tutorials to the Vonage developer platform, because I'm a JavaScript developer advocate at Vonage, and part of my responsibilities are look over tutorials. And so I have 3 tutorials there. One is where you've finished the tutorial, you complete it, you have this application where you can put your phone number into the input box, hit call, and your real world phone will ring. And then I have the opposite where you get a virtual number, you hook that up to the application you create, follow the tutorial. From your real world phone, you call that virtual number and you'll be able to answer the call in your web app that you just created. Then I have one where 2 users like log in to a web application you create following the tutorial, and one can call the other through the browser and have a conversation back and forth. I think it's pretty cool. So there's that. All right, Hako will come back to show and tell sign up. If you want to come up here and talk about something you found interesting on the internet, feel free to do so. Show and tell sign up will walk you through that process. Now, Hako stands for help a coder / creator out. There's a thing I made that if you ever get stuck working on the thing that you're working on, you can create a Hako, which is a room that you can then invite people to join. And the hope is that together you'll be able to get the help or the feedback that you're looking for, working collectively as a group. Now, if you're to click view Hako, it shows you all the different Hakos that have been created. You can click the creator's name to open up Twitter or GitHub, depending on what they logged in with, to check out their profile to see whether or not you'd like to try and join the room. I have a filter by keyword list here. So if you're looking for something specific, you can maybe find it in the keywords and then filter everything by that. Now, when you click create a Hako, you present it with this form where you then put in the title and 3 keywords that help somebody find it. And then you click create. It'll generate a unique URL that you can then copy or click to share to Twitter. And when you join your Hako, it looks like this. Over on the right-hand side, you can leave with the leave button. You can open the menu for some more options. We got a text chat here to the right. To the left, we have a countdown timer counting when the next break session happens. You can copy the URL again, and you can click to share to Twitter. Now, when someone clicks your link, they don't automatically join your room. They actually request to join your room, and they'll show up under pending. You can click their username to open up Twitter or GitHub, again, depending on what they logged in with. And from there, you can decide whether or not you'd like to approve or deny them. Now, if you do approve them and they turn out to be a terrible person, you can always ban them and kick them out your room. You, as the owner of the Hako, only you can share your screen, because the point of the Hako is for you to be able to get the help with the thing that you're working on or the feedback. So I think by being able to share your screen, everyone else will be able to get the context by seeing what you're seeing and be able to provide you with the help or the feedback that you're looking for. Now, the way you communicate through the Hako is through the text chat. You put your message here towards the bottom here, hit send, it'll add it to the list of messages. I also added the ability to enable audio chat. So anybody who has their audio chat enabled will be able to speak to and hear each other. But don't worry for the folks that don't have audio chat enabled, they'll still be able to follow along because what people are saying will be turned into text and put into the text chat. Then I have the option available. If you're not looking at the text chat and you still want to follow along, you can enable text to speech. So any messages put into the text chat will be read out aloud by your browser so you can still follow along. And yeah, again, you can check out all the different Hakos that have been created. And I think that's it. Cool. So now I've made some headway into this project. So I'm going to hopefully keep that momentum going. I'm going to send y'all off with some traveling music. Hopefully you're making some progress in whatever that you're working on. And so on the way out, I'm going to play this track from Anthony Cruz, aka A Butter. The track is called Thank You. When we come back, we'll talk about something that I've found kind of interesting. We spoke about it earlier in the earlier ciphers, so I want to kind of dive into it a little bit more because it seems pretty cool. And yeah, so thanks again for hanging out. See you 15 minutes after the hour. Till then, I wish you much productivity. Y'all be easy. This is Anthony Cruz, aka A Butter. Thank you. All right, peace.
I want to say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I want to say thank you for being there when a brother had nowhere to turn to. You were there, and I feel like yeah. And everybody says yeah. We spread a love like yeah. I want to say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I want to say thank you for being there